everyone, welcome back to more Flesh and Bad, and today we're going to be playing some Olympia. So Olympia is one of the forgotten heroes from Heavy Hitters, just being kind of like a meme draft pick for the most part. Never getting any real constructed support through any real cards, but I guess we now have Warrior set. So I wanted to kind of take a look at how maybe Olympia changes with some of the new cards. So what we have in the Hunted is Provoke, which is a really good warrior attack reaction. You kind of like bait your opponent to maybe blocking out a wager and then forcing them to like commit an extra card, which could be kind of interesting. Uh, Definitely like just pretty main deckable as like a blue 3 block, I feel like. Let's kind of take a look at some other cards. So we also got like Jagged Edge. So Jagged Edge also is like super low resolution right now. But anyways, decent like Enigma hate piece, I guess. Damage can't be prevented. You can maybe like pump over like a big attack with Wager and then kill a bunch of auras. We also have Kabuto of Imperial Authority. So this is kind of interesting more so against like Enigma than anything. Like there are a lot of heroes that like start with what I guess like the new heroes like Fang and Syndra might be interesting to run this into, but for the most part, like a lot of heroes don't actually like attack with weapons more than one time, so it's kind of like a niche sideboard tech piece, but it is pretty good against Enigma specifically because a lot of the auras are ward, which is kind of cool. I did want to briefly mention that the way that Olympia typically like wins the game is you can like visit Golden Anvil, buy back a bunch of equipment, and then somehow kill your opponent from there. You also got a lot of good wager cards like Up the Ante, which is sometimes like a +3 or +4 attack react, which is kind of cool. Uh, yeah, so Olympia doesn't really have like a very strong win con at this point. So again, we're kind of having to rely on like a CYB fatigue pile with Decimator Great Axes as our win con. And yeah, most of the shell that I kind of took this list from was from like a Josh Lau list. I think it was basically like a CYB axe list, but I added some like minor changes like here and there. I think I try to keep the ratios roughly the same, but I think I had like Steel Blade Shunt and like Jagged Edge and Provoke, I think were like the main cards. Yeah, but this is going to be a CYB Olympia trash pile. Let's go ahead and see if we can get some games. All right, so we got a game against Fang. So I've played one other time against Fang. Let's see if we can get our equipment loaded out. I think we do want to start out on... I don't know which one we do want to start. Maybe we start on Tunic just because we have CYB in the deck, and then I think the rest looks fine. Do we want any of the... Maybe Felling Swing's like pretty good. Well, I'm not going to run the Remembrance because I don't think that Fang typically goes to fatigue, but we'll see. All right, so we have our first wager. We also have an Up the Ante. I think we might just want to send to push damage. We can maybe like do Edge Ahead plus Great Axe. I don't think I'm going to wager. I think I'm just trying to strip some cards out of their hands. Like this might take like 3 cards. Sure, I think it's fine. Saves our Up the Ante for later. Gets a trash wager card out of the deck, which I think is good. No wager. Right, put on that. Right, so they're going to mark me, sure. I don't actually know if cards like Proclaim Vengeance are actually all that good. Maybe you just need some kind of mark outlet at this point. Remains to be seen whether or not this will be good. So, notably, Fang cares about hitting a marked hero just with anything. It doesn't even have to be a weapon. So I guess what do we want to do here? Do we like ruin their whole turn if we just Kabuto? I'm kind of wondering, but maybe we don't actually want to ruin their turn. Maybe we're fine to get the first fealty online. Seems reasonable. We can maybe use like Kabuto to actually like reset the fealty somehow. All right, so we're having a puncture. I think that's okay. I want to take a little bit of damage here so we get like the CYB plus Heartify and all. All right. Interesting enough, this is never go again because they haven't played a Draconic card. Sure. So how do we want to sequence this? We can do E-Strike Go again into CNC and then Arsenal count your blessings. That seems kind of reasonable. And then we'll have Tunic up so we can maybe like double CYB at some point. That seems fine. Start getting our heart value early and often. All right. we've entered the CYB Slop portion of the video. It's kind of crazy to me how basically any low tier hero is almost like entirely reliant on CYB. I don't know if I like that as like a design principle, but here we are. Feels like there's just nothing else better to be doing a lot of the time. I actually think this card's really cool if it's not like a generic, like maybe if this is like an earth card. Or maybe like an earth elemental card so it doesn't synergize with earth stuff. I don't know. I feel like there's like a more interesting way to print this card. All right, we have Obsidian Fire Vein coming in for 1. I think we're going to pass and maybe try to plan on like Shunt plus this at some point this turn. All right, we can technically Shunt. I guess how much do we care about Mark? I don't know how much we actually do. It's only the second Mark 2. I think we're kind of fine with this. I think if they pump the dagger like super big, then we try to go for maybe like a big Steel Blade Shunt. So like this is the example of them pumping the dagger a lot bigger. The problem with this is that we don't maybe even want to. Maybe we just want to save the move for double CYB than Arsenal Shunt. That might be better. We can maybe get the value out of Refraction Bolters too. That seems fine. All right, so we have a Firm Loyalty, which gives it +2 and a Fealty. Sure. I guess +3 because the Fire Vein also gets pumped. Okay, I think it's fine. So we'll take a little bit of damage here. Get marked one more time. All right, then I'll pass it back. All right, it is time to engage the CYB Slop. All right, and then we'll Arsenal Shunt. All right, drawing another CYB. I wanted to add the Shunts in just because they seem kind of like decent with the CYBs, and if there's a lot of like Fang running around, they maybe seem a little bit better. So on our turn, we can do like Shunt plus yellow CYB, which is kind of good. So if they hit us, they mark us again. So does that? I'm curious how that works actually. If we're already marked and we get hit, can they order the trigger so that there's a mark that applies and they also get the value out of this mark, or does this mark basically get overridden or something? It's kind of an interesting question. Let's go ahead and just plan on shunting this, I guess. Then we can either choose to shunt again, or we can do something else. But I think I'm pretty happy with this shunt at least. Also getting 1 value off the ping, which is really good. All right, it seems like they don't have go again on this too, which is probably pretty good for us. So now the fealties also pop. So I think the Fang decks, so I think with fealty specifically, the Fang decks are going to probably at some point hit like a critical mass of fealty cards where, or of Draconic cards or like whatever, where they're probably going to be able to chain fealty for most of the game. Like I imagine that's probably going to be like more something that's solved in deck building than it is in terms of like play patterns, but we shall see. Maybe there won't be enough density so that they can always keep it. But it seems like a lot of the Fangs that I've run into have had like a more Draconic lean, so maybe they're kind of trying to keep the fealties around for like most of the game. All right, so we are starting with an Oath of Loyalty. It's kind of interesting. On our turn, I kind of want to like do these 3 and then like Arsenal provoke. Could also pop Kabuto here, which is kind of funny. This kind of seems like a funny Kabuto. I'm gonna pop the Kabuto here because now if they want to like swing with daggers, like their whole turn's kind of ruined. Sure, I think I'm kind of happy with that. So let's go ahead and Felling plus Decimator. Yeah, Kabuto seems pretty decent into the new heroes. Right. Do I want to give go again? No. Actually, I think I might want to just pop these just to get them out of this slot. Oh, I forgot to mention, I was looking at the spoilers before starting this video, and that new leg piece, the legendary generic leg piece, that card's like fucking insane. That card is kind of wild. I think that might just slot into like any deck that runs blue. Which is kind of ridiculous. Do we want to block? I don't think we care. I think we're fine to take a little bit of damage here. We might try to block with Iron Song at some point, just so we develop out the temper, but I want to make sure they're not like running CNC, because we can at least like block 6 here, or like 3, 3. Right, so we have another Obsidian. I think it's fine. So I don't actually know how good Provoke is in Olympia specifically. I kind of thought like slotted this in without really thinking about it a ton, but I guess adding a card on a wager is not incredible, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so we have Endear, which is +3, and a Fealty, and then Puncture, sure. All right, so get a bit of damage on us, but that's a-okay. So I guess the question is now, how do we want to respond? I think we just go for the big axe wager, right? And then, actually, sorry. We could do this. I guess it's, no, there's no real point in doing this, right? I guess we will just wager, because if they even, like, if they get the gold here, I think we're kind of okay with that. Right, I will hat this guy, I guess. Seems like they may have, like, react or something. Okay. So it goes to 9. I think I'm okay with that. Sure. We also win the wager, which is really good. Don't think there's a real need to provoke that then, I guess. Oh, they do get loyalty value, though. That's kind of cool. So one thing I learned about this card is that you don't actually need the third copy to do this. You only just need 2 copies of it, which is kind of me just not reading the card. So if you have 2 copies in graveyard, you can do this. But we have Blaze Headlong coming in. I think we're just going to try to take the tempo here. Could also do... yeah, I think it's fine. We're just going to take some tempo here, and then we... oh, we can actually Steelblade Shunt this if we want to. I don't think it's necessary, though, if they're not doing a ton. All right, so let's start with the money. Then I guess we can also do this. I don't think we're going to wager here, actually. I'm not going to wager, because I think I want to provoke them regardless. This card's also just quite solid. Now, if they want to keep 2 cards in hand, we just, like, probably ruin their day. All right, power stance added, sure. Seems fine just for, like, fatigue value more than anything. We also have Battlefront, which is kind of interesting. So now they have to play a Draconic card to keep the fealties around if they want to discount their daggers. This seems like a good opportunity to block with Battlefront. Sure. We also have access to Tunic Shunt if we need to, but looks like we don't. We can also use Tunic here to actually play up the ante. It's kind of good. So you can give it +1 and then also wager gold. Pretty solid. Right. Well, I guess these are all 3 blocks. Oh, I guess not that one, but that's it's the same, right? Let's go ahead and pull Tunic and then try to go for it, I guess. So we'll pay 1, wager the gold, and buff the attack. So +1 with 2 gold on hit, and now we have our Golden Anvil online. Ooh, opponent is playing a truce. Huh. Do we care about that? I feel like the answer is no. Think we just got to keep axing him. All right. Keep getting our minor X value. Ooh, a double CYB turn. Very, very nice. Okay. Actually, no, it's not even double CYB turn because we have all reds. I lied. That's fine though. We can use iron. I think we'll just cash it. It's pretty likely that they're gonna pump this somehow. Oh, one interesting interaction I saw one Fang play is play like use fealties to make Sigil of Solace a draconic card, which is kind of fascinating. That deck was really cool. Sure, we'll block here on the Iron Song. Okay, we have drop, which is also I guess another instant that kind of works the same way, right? All right, Fire Vein coming in for 2. That's okay. Then another Fire Vein. What is the best way to play out this hand? I don't know if there is one. We can like pitch the 2 CYBs to I guess like Sharp and Steel, so maybe block with like Felling Swing. I have no idea. Sand kind of sucks. Sure. I guess this turns off the field thing. Okay, I'm gonna declare that to be a good block. Sure. So for the Emperor, I guess we can like shunt this. That's kind of trash though. This hits it. I guess they get 2 fealty. We probably should block this. Sure. I guess we can shunt and then play out CYB on our turn or something. Right, pass back. So we have the last CYB at the bottom of our deck now. Then we have this one and pretty decent hands. Standing order is probably not doing a ton here, but that's okay. How do we want to block here? I think we're pretty priced into just letting them get a mark off this turn. I think that's fine. All right, so we have a long whisker loyalty, sure. So forget how many modes they choose on this. They choose one, I guess. And what are they choosing? They're choosing is mark. Okay, so I think what happens here is the mark gets hit, and then they also there's a trigger on this, and then the mark reapplies, right? Okay, that makes sense. Sure. So they might be able to get back up to 3 field. Oh, they're gonna double do it. Okay, sure. So what do they choose on the second one? Or wait, was this only the first one? There's only one of them. Okay, there's only one of them played. I'm confused. All right, let's go ahead and I guess just block with. We could like money where your mouth is. Do this plus standing order. That's kind of a play, and then play the CYB. I think we'll just let them get to 3 fealty. I think it's probably okay. All right, Endear Devotion, so they get functionally +4 here, which is pretty good. Right, so they're now fully fealtied back up. But we have an okay turn here. Do we want to wager this? How much do we care about giving them a gold? Nah, I'm not gonna wager. I think it's fine. Seems pretty likely we'll lose it if they want to just block any amount. Especially with like dynamos. Alright, go ahead and play CYB out. Alright, so our last CYB is at the bottom of the deck. Oh, I forgot we are actually running reacts in this deck. That's kind of funny. So yeah, we still have 6 0 for 4 reacts in the deck as well. It's pretty good. Ooh, sharpen senses. Your weapon attacks get +1 if their base is okay. Being your end phase, destroy this. It's pretty good. So they just get +1 on all their weapons this turn. I think we're pretty priced into blocking with. I guess we probably should have blocked with CNC instead of E-Strike, but it's probably fine. We have Tunic to at least bail us out if we want to not misplay. I guess we also maybe should have played around like Reprise. I think that was a bad block for what it's worth. Alright, so we have Obsidian Firevein. I think we're just blocking with CNC in the hope that they like pump it over and then get paid for seeing the rest of it. Sure. I think this is okay. Let's go ahead and I don't know if they run any like CNC effects, but let's bottom the standing order. I think that's fine. Alright, so the sharpened senses go away. We get to Arsenal Fate, which is good. Have we blocked with any of our gold? I don't think we blocked with the golden antidote yet. Okay, we have agility stance. Destroy this. Your dagger attacks could go against her. Cool. Interesting. So how good is a card like this, right? Because like these daggers have like a condition on them where they can get go again if you just play it. Like how hard is it to turn on these daggers? It doesn't feel like it's that bad, especially once you're like chaining fealty. I do really like the Sigil Solace like fealty interaction though. I think that's really cool. Just like an instant speed Draconic card. Pretty interesting. Oh yeah, I guess they can also use like fealty to make these Draconic as well. So I guess that makes sense. So coming in for +3, +4. I think our play is to try to do like a 2-card hand. I feel like we're fine to maybe get rid of the Iron Song at this point. Interesting. Huh. That's a weird turn. All right. Let's go ahead and pull Tunic to, I guess, double do this. I don't think we're still wagering, though. I think we've got enough gold. All right, we got 4 gold. I think we're chilling. Oh, I guess this does start at, like, the start of your next turn. It's like a... Huh. How do I feel about this card? This card seems kind of... Eh. Like, I don't know who you want this card for, I guess. Like who runs this card? Because it doesn't feel like Fang really needs this card. Okay, we have Obsidian Fire Vein coming in. That's fine. So we could do like a pretty we could do Golden Anvil turn next turn. So I guess in that case, do we want to try to just block out this turn? Maybe block with Tunic and try to fatigue him from there? I think that's kind of reasonable. Okay, they're going to provoke, sure. You may have my blue money where your mouth is. I think that's a reasonable trade. All right, Sworn Vengeance plus another dagger. I think we'll just go ahead and block 6 on this and then visit the Golden Anvil. Ooh, they have 4 the Dracai. It's tax marked here, create fealty. So notably I'm not marked, so this is fine, I think. All right, visit the Golden Anvil, pay the 4. This card's going to get nuts with that new equipment piece, by the way. Let's get the Prize Gala, Grains, the Braid Forge, and a new Refraction Bolters, and then pass it back, I guess. So we got 9, 10 value out of that. It's pretty good. Only for the cost of 4 sideboard slots. Okay. So we got Obsidian Fire Vein. Sure. I know they have a bunch of provokes still left in the deck, so I think I'm kind of fine to just take this. If they want to provoke me, then I think that's okay. We also got a react to cover if they go for something like this. This card's pretty good. I think you want to like have it be like the second chain link though, ideally. Not 100% sure. Do we want? We can, I guess, keep this on top just so we can like theoretically sink below into another react if we want to. It's kind of spicy. All right, so we have another Blaze Headlong. I think that's fine. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and sink this again. All right, we'll sink into our third react. Then we have for the Dracai. I think our plan is to just block 3 and then swing Decimator Axe until they die. Seems reasonable. All right, so we have a loyalty. We'll put that on that. And then brain trigger, no. No, we're good. Okay. Power stance. Ooh, power stance is kind of spicy. That's kind of cool card. All right, fealty. Obsidian, sure. I'll pass on this. I don't really know what this is. Puncture, I guess it makes sense. Sure. So let's go ahead and fate here. I think we'll top that just so we can. Oh, I guess we're so far ahead of life that topping that is probably not correct, but sure, why not? Right, so we have another Fire Vein. I think we're just gonna go for the big up the ante, like Decimator plus up the ante, Arsenal Sync. So in that case, I guess we could just block with like Bolters. Alright, we will send in the axe. Alright, so they will block with Kabuto, which is not getting a ton of value in this matchup. And then let's go ahead and up the ante, paying 3. So you get all the modes on this, which is kind of cool. Alright, we're not paying that, and then we will not pay into the Blood Spill. I like up the ante a lot. I think I won like a draft with this card back in Heavy Hitters. I think the card's kind of cool. All right, so this is I guess what Battlefront Bastions are maybe in the deck for is to maybe block some annoying breakpoints like this. These are not my original idea. These were I think from Josh Lau. So I guess we also have access to Shunt. Maybe there's not really a really compelling reason to block this right now because we can always just react and take care of it. Wait, why is this ripple effect? Do they play a... Okay, interesting. I thought that was our ripple effect for a second, but they were fine here. Take a little bit of damage. I'm hoping they're just now realizing the ripple away. I think they accidentally discarded. Okay, yeah, there you go. Yeah, don't discard ripple away, please. Okay, so we have the Fire Vein coming in, sure. So we'll pass. Oh, maybe they're trying to ripple away like the end of my turn or something. I have no idea. That's weird. Oh, notably, up the ante is from an action card, so I guess that doesn't apply. Kind of interesting. All right, what do we want to do here? I think we're fine. Just use a react here. All right, fealty getting popped into a provoke. Sure. So reveals an action card, adds it to the chain link. We'll add, I guess, Battlefront. Then we also get the trigger on this, I think. That's kind of interesting interaction. So I think our turn is to use Vigor for Money Room Outlays and then Arsenal Shunt, I think is the play. So go ahead and sync this. I don't think we need to sync anything here. All right, then we'll play out the money and then swing the Decimator. I don't think we need a wager. Keep going. No. Sure. All right. I did not design this deck notably to develop out a second Visit the Golden Anvil, although that would be funny. I think we can get Null Rune Boots is like the only target at this point. All right, I think there might be a Crown of Providence also in the board somewhere. All right, we have Power Stance. We got that. Okay, interesting. Then we got a 4 the Emperor. Hits a marked hero. Do that. Yep. I think we're just gonna shut this. I'm pretty sure our opponent's like out of steam at this point. I guess we could have also like blocked 3, and that's also reasonable. Sure, we'll go ahead and shunt. Then we'll do felling plus the axe. I almost didn't put felling swing in this deck, and I feel like that feels criminal at this point. This card is very good. Even like both the blue and the red copies, I think, are quite good. Okay, and then Obsidian Fire Vein. I think we're just too far ahead here for them to maybe do too much. But I guess we'll make cash in our equipment. All right, so we have a for the Emperor. Guess we can go ahead and block with like this and this. All right, 3 cards left in deck. I think we're pretty solid here, yeah. So they have Ripple Away, Goblets and then Sworn with Vengeance. Okay, interesting. Yeah, that's right. You're on F tier Fridays. Zoom in on that. Yeah, you got by the CYB Fatigue Olympia 5. All right. GG's. Yes. Olympia, the true S tier hero, can beat even Fang, who's probably not very good anymore after the boot reveal, but I guess maybe still good. I like their deck though. Like I think they're in the right direction. I think that maybe like how does Fang close games, I guess is the question. I feel like some cards like Proclaim Vengeance are gonna get replaced by like better stuff. Like I think that like I'm very much playing against a deck that's not fully released yet. Like we haven't seen a lot of the commons and stuff as well. So I think that like this deck gets a lot better in like a week or like a couple days probably, right? But yeah, I think you're off to a good start. Like Huntsend, I think is a very very solid card. Actually, how many Hunsends? I guess you saw all of them early. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Sure. Yeah. But no, I think you're onto something with this deck. I think that maybe just like the ratio stuff and like getting better cards, I think will help out the deck a lot. I don't think Fang is actually that bad. All right, but yeah, thank you for being a victim of F tier Fridays, and we'll see if we can get another. All right, so you have a Verdance. The last Verdance I played against, I got dumpstered by, so let's see if we can do a little bit better this time. I think we want to go first in Verdance, and I think we're running the Spellblade. We're only on AB1, which is a little bit scary. I think we want to like basically just go full aggro if we can. Oh well, the problem with the Felling Swings is that notably they don't work super well with the Spellblade. What else do we potentially want? I think this seems like somewhat reasonable. Is there anything we want to board out? Maybe like shunts are like pretty bad. Showing like clean 60 like this, and then seems kind of reasonable. All right, so we can at least force. All right, is that it? Well, I guess that's not even good against. Sorry, hold on. Let me undo that. I think we're actually just supposed to pass here, right? Just so we're not like giving them early graveyard. I think that's reasonable. Question all that. All right, we see the Jagged Edge. Notably not super good yet. I think we're just trying to deny graveyard as much as possible. All right, so they're gonna go for the combo against us, so we need to try to kill them before then. Although notably this deck doesn't do a very good job of that. But I will do my best here. So let's go ahead and pitch the Jagged Edge, and then we can Edge Ahead plus Iron Song, I guess. I don't think I'm supposed to wager here, just because they're going to be wanting to fill their graveyard anyways. So I think we're just supposed to try swinging for 9. Yeah, and like I said, I think they're just going to try to fill their graveyard. So makes sense to me. All right, hopefully this React does not get stranded in Arsenal for a million years. Is my goal. Okay, so we have. This is actually a pretty good hand. So what's the play here? We Money Where Your Mouth is pitching the Golden Anvil. Then I guess we can attack. We can so like we can actually wager a ton here, right? So we pay into this. We then swing the Spellblade. We do up the ante for all modes. We pull Tunic and then use the Prize Gallop. So I think we do want to wager here because we can get +5 on this, right? So I will. So we have to destroy this though is the problem. Maybe we don't want to get that greedy. Could also see what they do. How likely are they to pump to 8, I guess is the question. I guess we are supposed to maybe just go for it. I was thinking like maybe there's merit to like popping the Prize Gala just to like force through it, because 8 is like they can cover with 2 reacts. I guess the question is like how many reacts do they have? Could have another. That'd be kind of the worst case scenario, but it looks like we're a little bit fortunate here. All right, so I'm looking to develop out the CYBs and take as little damage as possible. All right, Plow Under is going to be really good here. Yeah, This does not seem like a very good matchup for Olympia for what it's worth, but I guess the question is like, what good matchups does Olympia have? I don't know. Maybe it gets better with Ante, who knows? But it seems like a fine block. Just get some equipment out of the way and then play out CYB. I want to leak as little damage as possible, I think, against Verdance. Like, we kind of just want a turtle, I think. Alright, so we can swing with the Spellblade again and then just play out a CYB, which I think is good. We could have also gone, I forgot about the bigger, we could have also gone for like Full Tunic double CYB. It's also was an option, but I think getting damaged in is probably okay. Alright, play out one CYB, Arsenal the other. Go ahead and pass it back. So I don't think we just want to sit on the Spellbait just forever. I think we do want to probably try to use it when we can. Alright, so playing out a tree plus a Mind Warp. Okay, interesting. So we can block 2 of this, and then we can... What do we want to do? I guess we can, like, pull Tunic. So we block 2 of this, we pay it with a blue, and then we get Mind Warped, and then... Or no, we don't get... No, we do get Mind Warped. Yes, we do. I can count, I promise. So it's fine. So we pitch here, pitch a blue, pop the Spellbane, draw into that. That's fine. Then we can CYB, gain back a little bit of life, then E-strike them. I think that's okay for us, honestly. Could also do E-strike plus this. I guess it's 1 more damage, but we have to use Tunic. Is that better? Might be slightly better. It just gives us prevention also into the tree, I guess, which is maybe worth it. All right, let's do go again. Sure. I've convinced myself that maybe like the Spellbane Aegis prevention is maybe worth it. The unfortunate part about this weapon, which again, this is like one of the first times I'm reading this card, is that unfortunately you can't stack them. I think I was playing this at some point in like Bolton at one point. I was like playing this card wrong. But yeah, you only get 1 Spellbane Aegis total. You unfortunately can't stack them, which would make this matchup a lot easier. Alright, E-strike coming in. So I'm hoping that we can maybe connect with the weapon here just to give a little bit more prevention for next turn. Alright, there we do. That's pretty good. Alright, felling is not that big a deal. We'll go ahead and bottom. We don't want to bottom. I think we're just kind of priced into blocking out. So I think we'll bottom like Jagged Edge, just because it's one of our more aggressive cards, and maybe block with 2 our blues, and then save Fate for next turn, maybe. They aren't going to keep the tree around, so it's pretty likely they'll have another attack, and this looks like it does have like a mix of like attacks, non-attacks. I don't think we also need to block with equipment super bad. Yeah, I think we're just probably fine to take 2 damage here. Take a reset turn, not attack into them, so if they're running reacts, they get clogged up in hands. And our reacts are hopefully a little bit better than theirs. Because now they have the tempo right. Alright, let's go ahead and pay into this. Not pop the Spellbane. Save that for a more opportune time, I guess. Could have also considered like using a blue pitch there so we can play out the CYB. That might be right. Alright, so we have a Spindle. Ooh, that is, I guess, a spicy one. Alright, I guess with that we'll go for the blue. Well, we still don't really want to use the blue, right? I guess we're actually supposed to pitch sync. So this is their only action point, so I guess we're fine to let them deal 2 to us. Then we can send Jubilee, Jubil Spellbane. That's the sword's name, sure. All right, go ahead and send that in, and then we can CYB again. All right, let's go ahead, play it out. So I want to try to stay above 40 if we can. So I think the Verdant skill combo can do like 50 something damage, which means that we're probably not going to get there, but we'll do our best to play it out. They also have to like assemble it, which is kind of difficult as well. All right, keep paying into it. I just want to leak like 0 damage if possible. All right, so go ahead and play out another CYB. So you have one CYB I know we bottomed, and then we can just play out the Battlefront. I think it's fine. They do have 2 potions online though, which I think is really good for them. They don't have full decompose yet, which I guess is maybe to our benefit. We still want to keep paying into this, I think. So they have 1 rampant growth pitch there. So you can sharpen steel. I guess what's the line? I guess we're still paying into this, right? Paying into this, and then we can use like standing order or something. All right, playing out another one is fine. Sure, that's okay. All right, we'll pitch standing order to the Iron Song, then play sharpen, then pop this. We can also go for the wager here if we want. I don't really want to give them gold though. I don't know. Maybe it's not worth it. Right, so we get our Might and our Spellbane. Which hopefully let us at least like not leak a bunch of damage. I think that's basically kind of our win con, is like not leaking damage while they're setting up the combo, and then maybe getting to a high enough life total where they can't super reliably kill us. Because I think they have to like triple rampant growth if I'm not mistaken. Feels like maybe a pointless endeavor, but I guess it's more of a skill check on the Vern side. Okay, so we have 2 rampant growths now, like pretty close to each other. That's kind of scary. Actually, sorry. Wanted to pull Tunic actually. Let's pull Tunic and then pay into the AB. I think our goal here is to kind of turtle up. All right, so tomorrow, what did we get? We got Felling. Okay, I guess that makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and go for a big up the ante turn. I guess that's kind of good. So we can play sharp and play this, and then up the ante for 3. Is that good? Is there a better line here? Maybe we can actually like use up one of our gold to kind of like filter. Maybe find like a better pump or something. Don't feel incredibly strongly about that. Okay, Felling Swing is actually maybe. So can we do both of these? I guess we can maybe do both of these. Sure. It gets a little bit weird because we can only do like 1, not x equals 1 on this plus 2. But I guess we will just go for it. I guess we don't need to fatal engagement. Maybe we just use this and go for all these, and then maybe we can pay this as well. It seems pretty unlikely they'll have like 2 reacts here. Or I guess they need like 3 reacts or something, right? Okay, there's 2. Don't have a third, I guess. All right, we do hit. So that's pretty good for us. We also get the agility, which I think is quite nice. Ooh, I wonder if we can actually like pitch stack our provokes. Oh, that's kind of scary. That's not good. Oh, I guess interesting. Oh, I guess maybe they only had 2 resources. Sure. So how do we want to deal with this? I feel like we actually want to like pitch stack our provokes to maybe try to line up with the rampant growth turn, just so we can like take them off stuff. Maybe that's the play. So let's go ahead and pay 1 here. Pop the Spellbane just so we're again minimizing our damage that we're taking. And then we can. I think we can just IP with the blue here. Maybe that's fine. Go ahead and pitch the. We want the provoke to like come around, I think. Pop this. Send this. Do we want to wager? Probably not. I mean, it's probably fine to give Verdance an agility. It pops at the start of their turn, right? So I think it's maybe fine to do that. I don't know. I don't feel incredibly strongly about this. If they get an agility and they like E-strike us, I think that's acceptable. Sure. So we don't have anything here. We're just taking out cards from them. All right, so we can develop out a CYB here. That's good. And then they have destructive for 1. Deals more than 1 damage. Sure. That's okay. We'll leak 1 damage. I think it's fine. Just so we can play out the CYB, just because it's pretty efficient to do this. All right, so we have 1 CYB left in the deck. We can do E-Strike plus Jubil again. Yeah, I guess that's good. Just apply as much pressure as possible while also trying to strip cards from their hand. So I think our... Oh, that's not good for them. I think that's one of the better cards in this matchup, especially when we're low on AB. I guess they do just get Earth cards and bin, so hey, that's decent. All right, we're at a pretty good life total though. We'll go ahead. So it seems like they're doing like more. They could send like a CNC here, but if they do, then we can just block it and then pay on our turn. So we'll not pay into the Spellbane. So yeah, it seems like a CNC. Let's go ahead and block with our own, and then these two. Pretty efficient. And then we can just pitch to Iron Song plus Jubil again. Not really applying a lot of pressure, but I think it's a pretty decent way to play around CNC at least. So the onus is kind of on our opponent at this point to kill us, because I think they can. It's just very, very difficult because they need to assemble triple rampant growth. They've got the healing potions, which I guess are good. I don't know if I'm outside their range. So I was playing against the CYB version of Verdance earlier, and I think that maybe they were able to get a bigger kill range by doing the CYB version, but maybe they can still do it here. So let's go ahead and I think we actually block with like our Iron Song here. I don't think our Iron Song is like doing a ton. We can also like develop out the Anvil. I guess we can like maybe leak 1. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna go for a react in case we get like plow under or something. Let's go ahead and top. It's a blue 3 block. I think it's fine, right? Maybe we do want to actually just filter towards our provoked though. All right, so we did kind of fortunately punish them here for that. Let's go ahead and just block 6 again. I think the name of the game is just leak 0 damage against Verdance. All right, here we can just send CNC at them is fine. CNC for 7. All right, they do get Stonewall value, which is, I guess, good. It feels like we're actually in a pretty decent position, although they do have... How many Fellings do they have left? They have 2 Fellings left in the deck, which is kind of spooky. But I think our plan is to just try to block out against a Felling if we can. I think I'm just going to use the Aegis here instead. All right, we have a Spindle. Do we want to take 4 on a Spindle? I'm kind of more inclined to just try to get aggressive with his hand and try to, like, get something done. But there's not, like... It's against Verdance and they're pitch stacking us, so I don't know. Maybe it's too greedy. Maybe it's too greedy to use the Spellbane there. I kind of just assume they have nothing, but the Spindles are actually kind of good here. Let's say 0 on that, then. 4 damage is fine, but it's also, like, unblockable 4 damage. So like, we're always taking, like, 2 or 3 of that, I guess. All right, let's... So we actually play out all 3 of these and then Jubil. That's pretty good. Oh, these are reactions, right? All right. That's actually fast. I thought these were action speed. Okay, that changes my opinion of this card, I guess, slightly. Okay, we'll send this in. I guess we will wager now. Then we'll go for the Jack. I don't know if I want to play the second one because we can actually use this to like force their damage on another turn. I guess we can like see what they do. How many plow unders have we seen? I think we've seen a lot in pitch. Kind of interesting. So we've not actually seen one played against us yet. I think I will maybe just keep this Spellbane alive and pull Tunic. Because we got like plenty of stuff. Alright, go ahead and pay 1. Pass on that. Alright, Harvest Season, pretty good. Into a Felling, sure. So let's go ahead and bottom. So we want to bottom a Provoke probably, just so it lines up maybe with the pitch stack a bit. The weird thing here is that we have this Provoke. So like, how do we want to navigate this? I almost feel. Let's take a look. I feel like it's maybe fine to get rid of one of our Provokes. We still have 2 left in the deck at this point. So we bottom 1. We have 1 that's like coming around. I think it's maybe fine to just do this and then like do Jagged plus Jubiel. I guess we can maybe also I don't think our Tunic's gonna get a ton of value from here. And maybe this also like enables our Golden Anvil, so I'm kind of maybe fine to block the Tunic as well. Alright, I think this is fine. Again, I think the name of the game is just leak 0 damage every turn if we can. Go ahead and play out the Jagged Edge since we know they have 3 Plow Unders still left in the deck. Alright, so we find our Anvils, which is good. Notably, we have some Arcane damage coming in. I think we're going to stick to our policy of just paying into it. We'll pay with one of the Anvils and then not pay with that. Alright, Fruits. So I am glad I started paying into this so that we get a lot of value here. Alright, so we get another one here, sure. Then what's the final follow-up? So Minor for 2. We could pay for this. We could also just use the Spellbane. Kind of fine to just use Spellbane. I don't even think I want to go for the Golden Anvil next turn. I feel like Wage Gold's maybe just better. I guess we can like pitch the Ante Arsenal to Wage Gold, but then they're gonna plow under us eventually. Like they're basically at stack at this point, right? So anything I do, I feel like I want to just send everything at them and not keep an Arsenal. So let's go ahead and I guess pitch. It's kind of close. I think we do maybe just give up that and then the Spellbane. All right, let's visit the Golden Anvil because I guess they still have what do you call it? Let's get Crown, Grain, Rage Forge, Arsenalness. So they still have like Fellings, which I want to like maybe try to cash in armor on. So I think it's fine to maybe just set this up and then go. If they plow under us, like we're still winning that trade because we can just block 6 on it, right? All right, so we have Harvest Season coming in. We are getting a little bit close to fatigue here. So you need to be a little bit careful about that. So we have buff power here. Guess we can just use our armor to cover this pretty effectively, though. I think we'll block with like Sharpened Steel. And maybe just send... It's kind of inefficient. Maybe we're going to try to pop some gold to maybe try to find another blue and then CNC plus CYB. Maybe that's the play. Kind of don't mind that. I am very worried about their kill range, though. Oh wait, sorry. We should actually pop some gold first. Like I said I was gonna do. Okay, Jagged Edge does not really help. Could try to re-roll and see if we get another blue. Could also just send the Wage Gold at this point. Do we want to IP with the CYB? Also maybe. Let's go ahead. I guess we can IP with CYB. That's probably fine. Well, yeah, that's probably fine. I'll just go for the CNC then. If we drew another blue, then it's really efficient to play out CYB, but now at this point we need to roll back into like 2 blues, and I don't... Oh, we got a Rampant Growth. That's either bad or good for us. Sure. I'm not sure which it is. They could also just want this to go into Graveyard just because they want to turn on the Plume or something. Alright, so we'll go ahead and pay 1 into it. Oh, okay. They're maybe going to go for it here. So how do we best want to deal with this? I guess we're supposed to just take a little bit of damage here then. we have the rampant growth. So I assume this is triple rampant growth because we saw one that was like pitch stacked really close to the other. So it's triple rampant growth. Well, what is so? I'm trying to think of what their hand. So they have blue to get a plume. Maybe they're just going for like double rampant growth. Is that enough to kill them? I guess we'll pay one into. We'll start paying for this. I think we really only just need one to pay into this. So it seems like could maybe be triple rampant growth. I'm just gonna keep paying 0 because we need 2 for this, and then we need 1 for the that. So it's only double. I think we can survive double. So let's go ahead and pay 1 into here. So it's 25, and then they have pulsing. So we can at least CYB this, which does not kill. We go to 6, which is not great, but we're alive, I guess. Then we can pass it back. They could like Storm Strikers kill us. Oh, we can start getting hard to find all value. I forgot that this was in the deck. I see a way to victory here. I don't think we're maybe we're dead. Alright, we'll go ahead and pitch the heart to that. But I think us being able to take them off triple rampant growth maybe just bailed us out. Alright, we will pay into this as well. Alright, finishing off felling. We can at least cash in our armor to block this, so I'm not super worried about this. Alright, we'll bottom the Battlefront because it's a little bit awkward in terms of blocking. And then you can like crown the Wage Gold. The Wage Gold's not doing a ton for us right now, but it's probably like fine. I don't want to go below 6 if I can help it. Maybe I do just crown it just so I can like swing the Spellblade and get another Aegis token. I think it's worth it, probably. Yeah, it's fine. Also, like, takes them off a card every turn if they want to prevent that. How many Pulsing Aethers have we seen? I think they still have 1 left. Okay, so that's the last one, so we'll not pay into this. So go to 2, which is scary. Alright, they pitched there. So how do we win? We're at 2, which is really not great. Do they have another Spindle? Like, what is their... I guess they might have another Spindle. Hard to say. I think we maybe want to start popping some gold just to find like a better threat. Provoke might be good. So you can swing this, Provoke, and then Fatal Engagement if we really want to. Okay, I think that actually works. Kind of. So we'll Provoke, and if they block with an action card, we can actually just pump +3. Right. I guess there's not really a compelling reason to play this out now. So I guess we're just fine to pass. Right. Continue to negate the damage. We want to just keep this around just so we don't die, I think. Alright, and then I guess we'll send in the money. We can maybe pop a gold. I don't know what the gold really does for us. I think we're just gonna send this in. I'm not gonna... I don't know what gold actually does for Verdance, but I don't think I'm gonna wager. I don't know if they have a way to kill me from this point. Feels like the answer is maybe? I don't know. It needs to be some kind of spell. I guess they can like spindle theoretically. Alright, keep pitching. We'll pitch the Battlefront. Not paying to that. Oh, I guess they have Emeritus, right? It's kind of scary. But it's not like even that bad, right? So you can just block at least one of it. Alright, so the name of the game here, I think, is trying to keep the Spellbane around for as long as possible. Or like just keep trying to get the Spellbane around. So we're going to block 6 on this. think we're just gonna go for an arsenal here. They can't really do anything at instant speed, I don't think. I feel like I've somehow managed to get a win out of this. I think we got incredibly lucky though on the rampant growth. All right, so we have a heartbeat, a little bit scary. We will just pay into all of it though. Keeping the spellbane alive. All right, we will continue to keep paying for this. Doing that. They have felling. Maybe it's a little bit scary. They have one more felling left in the deck, or is that the last one? I think that's the last one. All right, so we can go to block 6 here. Then we're fine. They have photons. Oh, photon slicing. Does that kill us? They have 2 in here, so they only have 1 of those left too. So I guess that doesn't kill as well. Trying to think what their way out of this is, or I'm trying to think what our way out of this. I don't know if we actually win this. Ooh, they can sow. What is sow good for them? They can get put target elemental, target plow under. Okay, so we'll go ahead and pay into this. I guess we'll pitch. I think I kind of want sink below, but seems fine. Sure. And then do we want to sack some gold here? Maybe. Battlefront is kind of whatever. I guess we'll send it. Sure. Why not? So I think we're ahead on fatigue at least. Ooh, Heart of Final's back. Okay. Wait, we're back in this. Pitch the heart. OP Verdance tech. We now pop that. Heart trigger. Go back up to 3. That might just save us, honestly. And then let's go ahead and just send in the wage gold. So the question here I have is, do we start wagering? Maybe? Get him down to 8. It's pretty good. I think we lucked our way into a win against this Verdance. I'm not even gonna lie. The turn where we hit them with the CNC on their triple rampant growth, I think that was maybe the game winning play there. Okay, let's pitch. Blue. Sure. I was trying to think if it matters, but my brain's kind of rotted at this point. All right, we do have a scour, I guess. Sure. Is that maybe what they were like saving up for? Oh, maybe they're doing this instead. Okay, I see what the play is here. We'll use that as well, I guess. So I don't have a target. Huh. Interesting. Okay, I don't even know what's happening anymore. That's fine. Let's go ahead and I guess wager an agility, and I think they're almost out of cards at this point, right? And we just win because we have a weapon. Classic flesh and blood moment. Poor wizards. Wizards, I feel like, are in just a rough state right now. Alright, they do get an agility. Maybe that actually loses us the game. Maybe we shouldn't have wagered. I think we're probably fine. I think we're fine. Let's pitch money just so we have max block, I guess. All right, so we have a destructive also coming in for 1. All right, continue to pay. All right, and then we'll provoke him, and that should probably be game. I think we successfully, yeah, I think they might see the writing on the wall here. The writing being that Olympia is sleeper S tier hero. Oh, they had a Maris stuck in Arsenal. That's also kind of rough. Yeah, that seems like an interesting matchup. I think I lost. I think I'm supposed to lose this matchup more often than not, but I guess if I can like maybe time a provoke or something, maybe that's like my way out, or like a really good CNC or something. But I think we absolutely just lucked our way into a win on that matchup. I don't even think that was like necessarily the fault of our opponent. I think they had their pitch stack, and then I got super lucky because I was not tracking their pitch stack right. But yeah, pretty good game. I guess we can beat it up on some C tier heroes, right? Yeah, but I think it's gonna probably wrap it up today. So that was my Olympia, my take on Olympia, I guess, for the hunted meta. Uh, Pretty solid. Like, I mean, it's just a CYB fatigue pile at this point. Like, kind of boring. But I guess we have provoke, which is annoying as well. I don't know. This deck is just like annoying, kind of annoying to think about. But I guess maybe we don't lose to Enigma like automatically. Maybe they actually have to like play into this. This card's actually really solid. Just I didn't even realize this was attack reaction. This is actually kind of nuts. Like a 1 for 3 attack reaction. Pretty good. Yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.